Hey, house guests! Welcome to today's Big Brother Canada Digital Dailies update.
Oh, hi. I'm just waiting for my phone to embarrass me as usual.
When the audio comes on.
Yep, there we go. All right.
Our house guests of the day are Kathy McHale and Lisa Herbert. Thank you both so much for the support.
Oh, thanks.
We could not do this without you, and we appreciate it so much. So thank you again. Yes, and if you guys watching want to be house guests of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. It's only $1 for holla.
What?
I know. So
what can you even get for $1 anymore?
Not even stuff at the dollar store.
I know.
Now it's $1.25.
How long before that's $1.50?
No. Don't take that away from us.
Good thing you got all your wedding stuff already.
Most of it anyway.
That would have added up quickly.
I know. So anyway, when we left off yesterday, they had the power veto ceremony. Ty used the veto on Anika, and Santina put up JM. John Michael, not John Martin. JM is up on the block as a replacement. So that means we have JM versus Renee versus Dan. And Dan, sorry, not Dan. JM is the target.
And only because that's what Zach wanted. Is campaigning.
No, I think there's other people campaigning too, or at least like checking in with people. But we saw a lot of JM campaigning today.
Well, yeah.
So JM thinks he's got a good shot at getting the votes to stay.
You don't have the vote.
Yeah. Yesterday we heard the house guest saying that Dan's campaign has been really lackluster. He's not really talking game with people. He seems too comfortable. Plus, people are a little bit freaked out at how well he performed in that POV competition. They're seeing him as a potential threat, in comps.
Is there that little in this house to talk about?
I mean, they're just getting started, right? However, all that being said, people are still saying they want to vote out JM because that's what the house wants.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, Jefferson.
Oh, thank you, Jefferson.
So nice of you for the super chat.
Our stage manager.
So we started really without you today.
Thank you.
But thanks for being here. We appreciate you.
Yeah. So that's what we saw yesterday on Glee. Now, let's talk about today's Digital Daily, which covers yesterday, day 11. Oh. Thanks, Sean.
Aw, thank you,
Jam
Sean.
it.
It says jam
There's
it.
some typos in there.
Nice.
Love your pizza and your personality. Sorry I couldn't be there tonight. Also, hi, Maddie. Thanks.
Oh, hi, Maddie.
That's my fiance. Thank you. Love you. Okay. Let's talk about today's Digital Daily.
Okay.
It's covering yesterday's feeds, day
Digital
11.
Dump.
Yeah. So we started out with hot tub time with Zach, Ty, and Vanessa.
What is wrong with that hot tub? It looks so filthy on the outside.
The hot tub always looks dirty on like every season, every country.
And it was all rainy / sleety.
I mean, this is Canada. This is not California where it rains like a few times a year. Well, this year it's been raining a lot, but
is this a hot tub time machine or is it just a dirty old hot tub?
I don't know. But Vanessa was sharing how she has actually she only tried out for the show season 1.
Right.
And I've heard her say that before, but I misunderstood and I thought she meant like she tried out this season 2.
Right.
But no, she's only tried out for season 1.
Did her application get lost in the mail?
I don't know.
Finally made it to its destination?
Yeah, but she finally heard back from them this year. That's freaking wild that they like went back that far.
We want you. We want you. We want you as a new recruit.
Yeah. So that was pretty interesting. Interesting little factoid.
Yeah.
They were all talking about how they're missing their families and how, in a way it's nice that at least their families get to watch them on the feeds and like see what they're up to. But yeah, about that, they can see sometimes in small bursts.
They could see you get run over by a bros alliance.
Yeah. I don't think the house guests realize how it's going down this season with no live feeds and we're just seeing the digital dailies. Know. Yeah, I don't think they told them, but interesting. Okay.
If Hope knew how crappy this season was, do you think he'd be like, I just want to go home then?
I mean, there is that possibility, right? Because he's definitely there for the exposure.
Yeah.
I think he would still stay, though, because, like, he's still going to be on TV. He's still going to be online sometimes. So anyway,
acting like a fool.
Yeah. Eventually, we do get some game talk with JM and Kuzi. They're chatting in the toucan room, and JM is going over his plan of how he's going to try and get the votes to stay. So he's saying, I think that Zach was behind Santina's move this week to get me up on the block and out of here, and he is correct.
I would actually say that this Digital Daily today was the most.
I think this was the best one so far
that we've gotten.
Yes, this was the best one so far this season.
Lammy up here because I just heard her.
Oh yeah, I heard her in the litter box a few minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Doing her Digital Daily dump.
Yeah. But this really was the best one so far.
Absolutely.
After they first uploaded the wrong one and then had to take it down, and then they put up this one later.
Did they fire everyone and they have interns running the place now?
I don't know.
What is this, amateur hour?
I'm just happy that we got here eventually. So anyway, JM is taking everybody, or at least Santina, not Santina, Kuzi. Who am I? He's taking Kuzi through his plan. And he says, I already planted the seed that I want to work with Santina if I survive this week. So he's hoping that's going to help him, gain some brownie points. Maybe Santina can flip some votes for him. I don't know. He
planted the seed with Santina.
But I think he also said with Zach.
But he said to everyone else that he's going to go after Santina.
Right. And he told Santina that ahead of time. He's like, look, I got to work this angle. I'm sorry, but I'm letting you know I do want to work with you. Do you think he actually wants to work with Santina or no?
No.
Okay. It's hard to tell.
It's sketch.
Yeah. So,
and she knows it.
Yeah. JM is looking at the landscape of the house right now, and he feels like there is a big alliance that has already formed. I mean, kind of, yeah. I mean, there's a medium-sized alliance with a lot of string-alongs.
Outcasts?
Yeah.
I wouldn't call that.
No, I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there is an alliance there, but
I call that a sadness.
Yeah.
Lazy.
Are you gonna say that every day?
Yeah, because this season is very sloppy.
Yeah. So JM, knowing that there's probably a big alliance out there, he wants to try and form his own group to go against that big alliance. Smart, but is it gonna happen?
Too
Probably
little,
not.
too late.
Yeah. Well, JM,
much too little.
Yeah, he's counting out his potential votes, and he's like, "All right, I got Kuzi, Daniel, Anika." Who we saw in last night's episode is so anti-JM. Hope, Vanessa, yeah, Jonathan. Actually, he said Jonathan, Claudia, and Ty are swing votes this week. I don't think he's got a very good read on how these votes are going to go down.
Also, his campaigning is terrible. When you want to make an alliance with somebody, you're like, look, let's do this alliance. This is what's going to happen. Blah, blah, blah. He's all like, let's make an alliance. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
How can you even take him seriously?
I think he could use
I think he's checked out and he just wants a freaking cat right now.
Well, he has been talking now about how if he is evicted, he wants to get out there and adopt a kitty, which is amazing.
Do it.
I hope he does.
Do it. The minute
anyway,
you get your phone back, go on Pet Finder.
Yeah. He also realizes there's a few people that are definitely going to be voting him out, and he identifies them as Zach, Roberto, and Shania. And at first I was like, why Shania? Yeah, but his reason for Shania specifically was that she already promised Dan and Renee that she would not vote them out. Right. So now he's like, I guess I don't have Shania. So moving forward, he really wants to work on Ty and Roberto because he feels like if he can get them, he'll be able to pull in some other people, but he's not going to get them. He's not going to get them. All right. So then
you're never going to get it.
Yeah. Here's something potentially exciting. Renee, Claudia, Shania, and Santina were chatting in the backyard. And there was some talk about a girls' alliance kind of watching out for each other. I don't know if this is gonna stick.
Smoke up our asses, or what?
I don't know if it's gonna stick, but at least it's something different than what we've been seeing so far. There's a little shred of hope here. So Renee says we need to make sure that people don't think that we're a group. Are you? Santina brings up something that we've heard her say quite a few times already. She's talking about how there's been a shift since the POV ceremony, aka when she lost power. Like she doesn't have power anymore.
You're not that hot anymore.
Yeah, people are not coming up and talking to her as much anymore. Zach is not giving her as much attention or as many hugs, and she's noticing it now. So we've been saying this for days.
You smell like last week, like has been.
Yeah, you smell like hospital. So
yeah,
Santina is warning these other ladies, don't let the guys pull info out of you. She admits that happened to her. They got her to make this move.
I want to see her out the guys.
Yeah.
I want her to say, look, there's a 4-guy alliance.
At least.
With a couple of extra dingleberries.
Yeah.
And let's do the girls thing.
Yeah, she's saying we got to be careful because I think they're just using the HOH to get what they want.
Let's make this the best season ever. Because if there was a girls' alliance, I bet this would completely turn the show around.
It'd be wild.
Production, diary room. Come on, we need a girls' alliance. Make it happen.
Yeah, so definitely something to get excited about there. Santina also admits that the guys got in her ear about putting up JM. She did say like, "Oh, I kind of wanted it, but
I didn't."
She says they really influenced her, especially Zach.
Mm-hmm. Dumb.
So, Santina says, I told Anika and Dan that they would be safe this week, but she feels like those two are going to be way more loyal to the guys than they are to her because those guys are good talkers. You know, they're just reeling people in. Mm-hmm. Good morning. I hope you enjoyed your sleep.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're awake now.
Oh, what?
Maybe. Yeah. Until she possibly wins HOH again, and she's just like, everyone's talking to me again. Oh my God. Yeah. So the ladies are trying to decide, is it better for our games to keep Dan or JM this week? Obviously, they're going to keep Renee, right? They don't want to get rid of Renee because Renee's in this conversation.
And Renee is entertaining as hell.
Honestly, she is one of the most entertaining of the bunch so far, I have to say.
She's the most alive. Let's just say that.
I've been having a lot of fun watching her on the dailies, even during that ridiculous double date that we didn't really need to see. At least she was fun.
So what do you know?
Okay, so some things to consider here.
Yeah.
Who will work with them to take out the guys, Dan or JM? I think JM, right?
Of course.
I don't know that they're actually seeing that, but that's what we're seeing. They're also wondering, like, if we keep JM, we're going to be drawing a very deep line in the sand and showing the guys, like, we know what you wanted to do, and we went against it.
Do it. We want to see battle. We don't want to see, like, oh, wow, maybe we should just let the guys do whatever they want to do until we're almost off the show, and then we'll try and do something and we'll fail.
I think they're worried about going against the guys too early, but like if you wait too long, you're gonna
lose the numbers.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make some moves fast.
They've already lost.
There's a lot of dudes.
They've already lost a girl.
Yeah,
right off the bat.
Yeah, Amal.
Wouldn't it be amazing if Arissa said there's no eviction this week because we already lost somebody?
I mean, she already said there was no week 1 eviction, but like I think this counts as like there's supposed to be an eviction tomorrow.
I hope you're wrong.
We'll see. So does JM. But anyway, I'm glad to see that these girls are waking up a bit. I don't know if this is actually going to stick.
It's a little late.
No, it's not too late yet.
It's not too late.
It's not too late yet. No, they can turn this around.
Could they?
Yes. Will it's like week 1. They can turn it around. I don't know if they will, but they could. So at least they see what's going on right now. So hopefully they'll do something about it. Or hopefully they'll be in a position to do something about it.
But we got the hater Anika. That's already another girl.
There are some obstacles here.
So we're already down to just 6.
I mean, it doesn't have to be all of the girls only working together. If you got like some of the girls working together and then they can pull in some other people.
But Daniel C is turning out to be a disappointment as well.
Not totally. We'll get there. But anyway, we'll get there. Zach, Anika, and Santina are chatting in the Circle K room. And Zach is like, I gotta tell you something, Santina. JM, he's going around saying stuff to people about you. Saying that you didn't keep your promises to him and stuff like that. I mean, she didn't.
What's he saying?
She told him he was going to be safe.
This was the conversation. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, they were in the Circle K room, so there was snacking.
What's he saying?
Mm-hmm.
She's another low talker. Whenever her and Ty have a conversation, I want to stick knitting needles in my eardrums because I can't hear a damn thing.
It's tough. But I just want to mention again, as we said earlier, JM warned Santina ahead of time that he would be telling people stuff about her, like, oh, she went against her promises, blah blah blah. I got to target her, so she had a heads up about this. This is not a surprise to her, but she's just taking it all in.
Mm-hmm.
And Zach says, I think everyone's comfortable with JM going this week, so we don't have to worry about that. Are they?
Well, maybe one or two people aren't, and one of them is JM.
Yeah. So, Santina is bringing up again, like, I don't know if people want JM out because no one's really talking to me now that the POV ceremony's over. Zach.
Yeah.
It seems to be really bothering her that Zach is not giving her the same amount of attention that he was before.
What did she think was going to happen?
She thought she was in with those guys. She was getting used.
Girl, have you never heard of bros before hoes?
Yeah.
That's a thing for a reason.
You got to be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, back to JM and Kuzi chatting in the toucan room.
Mm-hmm.
Kuzi is saying, you know what? I think this was a bad move for Santina's game to target you, to put you up on the block like this. It doesn't make sense for her because you two had a good thing going. And then she does this? Like, what? And what does that say about her to other people?
Coach, I don't think we survived the crash.
Yeah. Kuzi does say, you know, it kind of does make sense for other people to want to vote you out now that you're up there. Like, take it as a compliment. People see you as a threat in this game. But Kuzi was saying, like, I've fallen in love with you as a person in this game. I think you're wonderful.
I threw you under the bus. She didn't mention that.
But she says, I really want you to be in this game. I enjoy just like watching you play and like listening to you talk to people about the game.
To you cry and say, let's start an alliance.
That's so sad. So eventually Anika joins them and JM starts campaigning a bit. He's got to make some pitches here. And he tells Anika, I can be a shield for you. I'd be a big target in front of you. I'd be loyal to you.
To say, I hate you. You gotta go.
Well, Anika was kind of just like rolling with it, but not really like saying much. And JM is asking, do you think people have already made up their minds? Kuzi thinks that, yeah, some have, but some can still be changed. You know, it's not set in stone. So JM says, and this is a big point that he's been making to a few people now, a backdoor week 1, it's a very powerful move.
Mm-hmm.
But reversing a backdoor is even more powerful. I mean, it would be pretty baller.
For him.
Yeah.
For him.
For him.
For his resume, not for anybody else in the house.
I think he also means like entertainment-wise, you know?
Vera Wang, thank you so much for the $2.
Thank you so much.
Help flip the vote.
I hope so, right?
That would be awesome.
Thank you so much, Vera.
Thank you.
So yeah, JM is really pushing like the entertainment angle as well here. So then switch out Anika. Hope comes in
and says, what is Anika's hair doing on my bed? Who was sitting on my bed?
I'm gonna say it was Anika.
Yeah.
Well, JM is starting to campaign to Hope as well, and he's saying like it would be the mic drop of the season if I end up staying.
For him. Not for anyone else.
Yeah, he's pushing to Hope. We can make an underdog alliance, keep things interesting. He doesn't seem to realize that Hope is in with all those guys.
Mm-hmm.
I will say, Hope is not in the tight core of those
He's
bros.
a dingleberry.
He's kind of a dingleberry. He's kind of just like doing what they tell him, but I could see him going rogue at some point for sure. Again,
I wish he would.
We know that Hope wants to make good TV.
Absolutely.
So
he wants to make a name for himself.
I don't see him flipping this week, but I think at some point he would flip on his bros.
Yeah.
For the notoriety.
Okay.
I'm
for that.
Yeah. So then, did I skip a line?
Yes,
I did.
Oh.
So Daniel and Anika are then chatting in the library, and we didn't get to see much of Daniel yet so far. So I'm glad we got to hear this combo. Daniel's kind of worried that people are not really pulling him into rooms and talking game with him. He keeps seeing other people getting pulled aside, but nobody's really pulling him to talk game.
Yeah. He said all the people who are pulling into rooms are in an alliance.
Yeah, he's pretty sure at this point there have to be some official named alliances out there. the funny thing is, we haven't really seen any named alliances on the show yet. Definitely
Not
not on
enough time
the
to
digital
explain it.
dailies. I guess. I don't know. But by now, there's usually a million alliances. And I'm sure there is a good amount of that happening, but we haven't seen it like anywhere. I mean, we know about the guys. We know that the girls are starting to get something together, but like,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's not a ton of like official stuff out there that we've seen. So, Daniel says, I feel safe right now, but he wants to play this game. He doesn't just want to be safe, right? And like
Yeah.
drag along.
He wants to be in the lip sync showdown.
Yes. Everybody who watches Drag Race knows you don't want to just be safe.
No.
So Anika's like, all right, well, don't trust JM. He's good with his words. Don't trust him.
Mm-hmm.
And Daniel's like, I don't. I don't trust him. But he brings up.
He is talking to Anika, right?
Yeah.
So
I know.
she doesn't like
He also says, I don't trust all those bros that are hanging out together. There's no way that they're not all working together. And he's correct.
He knows.
Mm-hmm. So then they're trying to figure out like who's in charge of that group because they're not all doing all of the thinking. So Anika identifies Zach and Ty as the brains of that operation. Mm-hmm. Correct. And the other guys are pretty much just followers.
Right. But how about that pool game? Who is the worst pool player in the house? I used to think it was Renee, but now I'm thinking it's
Anika's
Anika.
Worse.
She didn't even know how to use the stick.
It was a lot.
She was hitting the other balls, not the white ball, into the other balls and the white ball. She was thinking the white ball.
I think she was practicing hitting them. I don't know. Like she wasn't following any rules or anything like that.
I don't know what the hell she was doing, but it was painful to watch.
A lot of the pool that we've seen so far has been painful.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay. So Daniel and Anika are talking about this guys alliance, but Daniel also brings up, I see some of the girls may also be forming up their own thing. And Anika confirms, yes, I was approached about that.
What a bee.
So
wow.
That's out there. Daniel is then saying, okay, wouldn't it be great if the house did split into like two sides?
Yes.
And we have them go after each other.
Thank you. That's good TV.
But Daniel is saying he wants to stay in the middle. He's hoping the people in the middle would be safe while the two sides go after each other.
There's no room for you in the middle.
Well,
you got to pick a side.
Daniel identifies this group as the middle. He says, of course, Daniel and Anika, Vanessa and Kuzi. And then he also says Hope, Jonathan, and Dan. Hope and Jonathan?
No, wrong. And there's no other side then.
Well, he's saying the girls. The girls versus the guys with that group in the middle.
So like Claudia, Santina,
Renee and Shania. Yeah, Renee and Shanae. I mean, maybe. I don't know. He's definitely trying to play that middle ground here.
It's never going to happen.
Yeah. I saw somebody say, I forgot who it was now, but somebody said online that like they feel like Daniel is trying to be like in Kevin's position from last season, and then Anika be like his Helena, but like Helena knew the game.
Yeah.
And Anika does not.
She doesn't know pool.
She is very new to the game of Big Brother. So I could totally see that.
Yeah.
But anyway, Anika is telling Daniel, you got to stay low key right now. We got to go with the plan, take out JM because both sides seem to want that. So we just got to roll with it. And then we'll see who wins HOH next week. How do you feel about that?
I mean,
I think you got to start building connections with people before that, because if you wait until after HOH, you're going to look like you're just trying to
be
rub some butt, whatever it was that she said last night.
Lazy, sloppy.
Yeah.
Very bad gameplay here.
All right. Well, we've got JM pitching to Jonathan now, and Kuzi is still there too. He's been doing all his pitches like with Kuzi there. So JM is telling Jonathan, I just need six votes. And he wants to convert those votes into an alliance. He's saying, I already have 2 confirmed, and I'm going to protect their anonymity.
Anonymity.
I can never say that. So I'm not going to name any names.
He really does not have 2 buy-ins, but he believes.
Yeah, he said he has 2 buy-ins.
Yeah.
But he's saying, look, I will stay loyal to those 6 that vote for me to stay. So
we find out later that he had 0.
yeah. After this pitch, Jonathan and Kuzi are chatting, and they're like, JM doesn't have the votes. It's not going to happen. They don't feel like there's anything they can really do for him at this point.
No.
So it's not looking
Yeah,
good.
Kuzi's like, he's a nice person and everything, and no, I'm not gonna paint that target on myself.
Yeah, I mean, you'd really be putting yourself out there. I mean, it'd be great if they could get the votes. I don't know, but
Heaven and earth will have to be moved.
Most people do not want to rock
happens.
the boat and stick their neck out for somebody else this early. So I don't think it's likely. But right at the end of this digital daily, we had to watch Claudia and Ty
play another worst game of pool ever.
Flirt and struggle their way through a game of pool.
It was terrible.
So after that, eventually they're just sitting in the library and talking. And first, Ty is asking Claudia, like, would you make a big game move, or would you just go to the house?
I'm gonna make big game moves.
I don't think he meant specifically this week. I think he meant like in general. I know. I'm just clarifying.
Right.
And yeah, that was that. Whatever.
Yeah.
But then Ty's asking Claudia, do you think there's a girl? Is there a girls' alliance?
No. What?
Did somebody spill the beans, or are they just being super obvious and like hanging out and clustering?
Maybe a little bit of both.
I don't know. But Claudia, of course, denies. And she's like, oh, we just spend time together because we get along, just like the guys do. Is there a guys' alliance?
Deny the giggles.
Yeah.
It was bad.
I mean,
as bad as that pool game.
She's giving the same excuse that the guys are. Like, we just get along. We're hanging out.
We're girls. We're talking about our girl things.
So, of course, Ty also denies that there's a guys' alliance, which we know.
Did he? I didn't even hear him say that.
Yeah, he was like, no, it's not anything.
Didn't understand the question and refused to respond. No.
So then Ty specifically asks if there's something going on with Claudia, Renee, and Shania. No, it's Santina too. No, but Claudia's still denying, but Ty is seeing through these giggles. He's like, you're getting really defensive right now. You're getting like aggressive about this.
Mm-hmm.
I think he sees what's going on here.
He sees, and I believe he has confirmation.
Well, you know that the guys are always so much quicker to break up a girls' alliance. If there's even a sniff, a whiff of a girls' alliance,
yeah,
it's going to get destroyed. Whereas the girls will sit back and watch a guy's alliance for weeks until it's too late. So, yeah.
And then they're like, hey, why didn't we do anything about the guys' alliance?
Exactly. So we'll see what happens. I'm still hopeful that the women will get something going here.
I'm not.
But I'm already nervous about it. So
even if they try and get something going, it's not going to get off the ground. Down. Yeah.
I mean, it also depends on who wins the competitions, right? And all those muscle guys. I don't know.
The guys are flying around in a freaking supersonic jet, and the girls are flying around on a Kitty Hawk airplane made out of toothpicks.
Oh, man. All right. Well, that was it for the Digital Daily.
Yeah.
We have the eviction coming up tomorrow. Oh, my goodness.
We have some show tonight.
Yeah, there's a show tonight with the POV.
Supposedly, it was a real banger. Everybody got bruised up. Well, at least Renee got bruised up from it. So.
Oh no!
Look at all my bruises. Isn't this attractive?
Yeah.
On her date.
So
she's like, "Look, I'm banged up."
Hopefully, we'll get some good stuff in the episode that we haven't seen.
This is all the banging I'm gonna get.
Stop. Thank you all so much for being here.
Yes, and thanks to all of our super chatters.
Yes.
Vera. And Sean and Jefferson, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. And we'll see you later and tomorrow and after that and after that. Until next time. Much love. Bye, everybody.